In today's video, I want to show you guys how I coach my clients to improve their pectus excavatum with my training, with my program. And so I'm going to run you through it. I'm going to show you one of my clients' profiles from my end as the coach, show you the workout he did today, the stretching routine I programmed for him, the nutrition, how that all works. And it's really going to show you how to do it. It's going to give you like a great blueprint for how you can also improve your pectus with training, because I'm showing you how I do it for my clients, and you know, it's worked successfully for thousands of them now. This is how we do it. So I'm going to show you my secrets, show you how it's done. But let's jump right into it. So what you can see here is one of my clients' profiles called Matthew. He is on his second year with my training. So the way I operate as a coach is I do a per program subscription, or you can sign up for a year pack. So Matthew's done 1 year and now he's on to his second. He has a severe case of pectus, and so you know, it's not going to be a miracle training in terms of making his chest flat, because training won't just make your chest flat, but it does help you build such an impressive physique. And especially if you have a mild or moderate case, you can make it hardly noticeable like I did, and you know, so many of my clients have. Anyway, let's dive into how my training works and how I coach people. So first things first, I meet people on a call. So if you want to become a client, you have to go to my website, you apply, and then you book a call with me so I can meet you to then determine the plan. Because the plan that I'm about to show you with Matthew, this is not what I program to every client. I fit the program to you and the client's profiles, and if you're on premium, I even customize it to the individual. The strategy call is very important because it's based on you, your age, your experience in the gym, your case of pectus, your goals, that the program will differ. Now Matthew, he is more experienced now. What I started him with on his first year, when he first started, was very different workouts. So these are more experienced workouts. He's working out 5 days a week now. Anyway, so if we look at the screen here, we can see Matthew's home page, okay? And again, this is from my end as the coach on the computer, so it'll look a bit different from a client's perspective, especially because the program is typically run on my app called Pectus PT. The app looks like this middle portion of the screen you can see here. And so essentially on the app, the home page is a to-do list, and it is based on what I prescribe on the client's calendar. So if we look at Matthew's calendar, we can see that I've prescribed different things for different days for this program, his fourth program of this new training block that we're on. And so he's got different things programmed for each day. And then if we look at the dashboard, you can look at what's on today. Now Matthew is in the UK, so I'm a day ahead, so hence why his today isn't done. So we'll go to yesterday, and you can see there's typically 4 things on my client's to-do list if it's a training day. You have your nutrition, you have your stretching, you have your workout, and you have tracking your weight, okay? And the 3 pillars, so what we're trying to achieve when we talk about fixing pectus with exercise is we're trying to build your best body, and one that makes your case pectus as least noticeable as possible, so you can finally be confident in your body, okay? So it's all about being confident, because the problem most of us have is the insecurity in our body. And to ultimately achieve that, we need 3 pillars: stretching, training, and nutrition, because we need to achieve lean muscle growth, which comes down to training and nutrition, and postural improvement, which comes down to stretching and training. So they're the 3 pillars that get you the result that we want. And so your typical day will have nutrition. What I do with my clients' nutrition is I teach them to track their calorie and protein intake, because ultimately that's what's going to dictate body composition change. And so within my app, Pectus PT, the client can actually track everything they eat. So this is Matthew's day of eating yesterday. And so you can see he's tracked everything he ate. He's weighed it. He had a banana, he had half a banana, he had some pineapple, he had broccoli, he had an apple. And so he's tracked everything he ate. And by the end of doing and tracking every single meal, it gives him a total daily calorie and protein consumption. And his targets that I've calculated for him for where he's at right now, and these change because as you gain weight, as the body adapts, these targets need to change. But his targets is 4,000 calories and 210 grams of protein. And he went 12 grams over his protein and 18 calories under his calories, which is totally fine. I give my clients a 10% leeway on their targets. So he nailed it. And this is his day of eating. And so I've taught him how to do this. And if you eat similar things in meal prep, you can actually save meals as favorites. So I'm pretty sure from looking through Matthew's profile over the years, he's almost had this exact breakfast for like a year straight. So anyway, I teach my clients about this. I give them meal suggestions and things, and this is how the nutrition looks. But guys, essentially, if you want to build muscle, hitting a calorie and protein target is key, and you want your diet to consist primarily of unprocessed whole foods. And so I guide my clients through that process, which is really important. And so you guys should really start calculating your calorie and protein needs, tracking it, and eating a whole food unprocessed diet primarily to hit those targets. And if you do that, you're going to build muscle and change your body. It really makes a massive difference. It's the biggest game changer. When I started tracking my food, I accelerated my results 10 times faster than when I didn't, and I had no attention to my nutrition. Tracking is not necessarily for everyone, nor is it forever. I don't track my food anymore, so I try and not get my clients to do it forever, but it is something that's very powerful while you're trying to transform your body, and at least at the start of the transformation, to educate you on what's high in protein, what's high in calories, so then you can eventually eat intuitively. The next part of the program is going to be your stretching. I like to keep it simple. This took Matthew 12 minutes, the stretches that I programmed for this day. In the app, there's integrated video tutorials of me doing every exercise, showing you how to do it properly, every exercise is stretch.
This first stretch is the doorway lunge stretch, so you just need to find.
Okay, so there's going to be those tutorials, and then everything's timed on the app, and he will go through and do his stretches each day. And they're just simple to do at home stretches, primarily all based on pectus posture. So we're not like doing things like stretching the hamstrings, where we're trying to improve thoracic mobility, we're trying to loosen the pecs, loosen the hips, so we're improving the rolled forward shoulders, that spinal kyphosis that occurs, that accentuates the indent. So we're trying to open up the chest, we're trying to roll the shoulders back, improve your thoracic mobility. So we're doing things like the doorway chest stretch, and we're doing a kneeling box stretch. And then we're also trying to stretch out the hips, because strengthening the core, stretching the hips, strengthening the glutes, this will improve anterior pelvic tilt. And if you're in anterior pelvic tilt position, your pot belly rib flare appearance is going to be accentuated. So that's what my stretching is all based on, that I program for my clients. And so they've got different stretches each day to do that. And then for his workouts, the way I operate my programs is the program will train your entire body. So it's going to be focused on pectus, so with the most volume, and your workouts will start on muscle groups that will relate to pectus, or you'll have pectus specific days. For example, this workout for Matthew on this day is just chest, back and abs, which are kind of like the key muscle groups that are going to work with improving pectus. But there's still legs and things in the program. So it's your one-stop shop for what you need to follow. And it's very important if you're training for pectus, you're not neglecting legs and other muscles. But so on this day, he's got instructions, a link to a warm-up, which gets him even more mobility for pectus posture, as well as warms him up for the workout. And then again, same video tutorials. He's got an alternating dumbbell chest press on this day. On the app, you can see all the notes on the computer screen. It's just cutting it short. And then there's even inbuilt rest timers, so the client can start a rest timer in between their sets, so it dings when it's time to go again, and then in their rest they can track the reps and the weight they did, so they can aim for progressive overload. When you're working out, you want to be recording what you lift and focusing on getting stronger. If you can incrementally get stronger on your exercises, hit your protein targets, hit your calorie targets, you're going to build muscle. There's no doubt about it, and you're going to build muscle basically as optimally as possible. So he's tracking his workouts, he's got the videos of me, starts with an alternating dumbbell chest press. Then the next exercise on this day is a high to low cable fly with crossovers. Again, video tutorials are always integrated.
This is a high to low cable fly with a cross.
Okay, and so got chin ups, and he goes on to back. And then he's got abs to finish off, okay? And that's his workout for that day. And he's tracked everything he did, and then he rates how hard it is out of 10 and leaves a comment for me. Matthew is a premium client. I've got different packages to cater for different budgets and different levels of service. So when you guys ask me about the cost, the reason I don't have a cost on my website is because there's different packages. So if you're interested in coaching, you just book a call. It costs $49. It's credited to the coaching. My coaching's from $250, depending on how long you want to be on board and the level of service. And then we can figure out a way. But either way, it's going to work for all budgets, and we can figure something out. Matthew is on the premium service for the year pack. If you do the year pack, you get it for a discount, because I want people to commit themselves to the transformation. And typically it takes about a year. But anyway, so basically we interact all the time. He leaves comments on his workouts. It's a good way for us to touch base regularly. He said it felt good. He got progression, which is great. And the slow chin-ups are killing him. So what I programmed on the chin-ups is actually a 3-second eccentric on the negative, which makes them really challenging. And then anyway, I replied saying the slow chin-ups never get easy, because they don't. You guys should try that. If you do a chin-up, lower yourself down really slowly, you'll feel a crazy burn in your biceps. So anyway. And then the other thing he does is he tracks his weight every morning, first thing in the morning. And this is something that I program for my clients, because it's the best easy way to get feedback on how you're responding. And so for Matthew, we've got him in a small, steady calorie surplus. And so this is a year of him tracking his weight every day. We do it every day because you're going to fluctuate. You can see all the up and downs, but the overall trend is up. Okay, and so if you do it on like 1 day a week, you might be on a high day every time, and so it's giving you an inaccurate thing, or a low day every time, or a high and then 3 low days, and so you don't really know where you're at. So hence why you do it every day, and then you can see the overall trend. And so with Matthew, we actually started him to lose body fat. Once we got down, now we're back up to where we started, but at a way better body composition. So yeah, that's how I coach my clients. So that's a typical day on one of my clients' days. On a workout day, we have yoga days, we obviously have rest days, we have cardio days where I program swimming, lots of different things. But this is the experience on my training app. With the premium clients, we also have calls one-to-one. With all levels of service, I have a group call that we do monthly. We have a group chat where people post their progress and all kinds, just ask questions to the group. So if I load up the group chat, you can see, you know, we're actually doing a group call in a week, so people are just confirming their attendance. This guy just posted his results. He's just said, just want to thank you, Riley. 3 months, I can already see great results and definitely feel more confident. So, I mean, look at that. That's just 3 months. That's incredible. Yeah, it's a really cool community. I'll scroll up and I'll show you one of my clients, Chris, who has one of the craziest transformations I've ever seen from one of my clients in a year. He posted his, when he finished his year block with me. You know, we achieved so much and I'm so proud of him. This is Sam. Oh, here we go. Here's Chris's transformation. So, you know, Chris sent this to the group. He said, you know, just look at that. Mind blowing. It's amazing. He said it's one of the best things he's ever done. So well done, Chris. Really proud of you, mate. Anyway, guys, so I hope this gives you a really good, you know, showing and understanding of how my coaching works and how I operate. If it sounds good to you, then you can go to my website, fixedpectus.com, book a call with me so I can meet you, determine the strategy for you, and then I could get you on the program.